Hi everybody, and welcome to today's Middle Grade Monday. I'm Lorie and I'm the teen librarian at Manlius Library, and today I'm going to tell you about some mythological retellings. If Rick Riordan and Percy Jackson are your thing, then today you are certain to find at least one book that you would love to read. I'm going to start with When You Trap a Tiger by Tay Keller. This is a hopeful story of a girl discovering her family's past and present when she makes a deal with a magical tiger from her grandmother's stories. When Lily and her family move in with her sick grandmother, a magical tiger straight out of the Korean folktales arrives, prompting Lily to unravel a secret family history. Long, long ago, Halmoni stole something from the tigers. Now, the tigers want it back. And when one of those tigers offers Lily a deal, return what Halmoni stole in exchange for Halmoni's help, Lily is tempted to accept. But deals with tigers are never what they seem. With the help of her sister and her new friend Ricky, Lily must find her voice and the courage to face a tiger. Next up, we have Manana Land by Pam Munoz Ryan. It's about Max. Maximilian Cordoba loves stories, especially the legend Buelo tells him about a mythical gatekeeper who can guide brave travelers on a journey into tomorrow. If Max could see tomorrow, he would know if he'd make Santa Maria's celebrated football team and whether he'd ever meet his mother, who disappeared when he was a baby. He longs to know more about her, but Papa won't talk to him. So when Max uncovers a buried family secret involving an underground network of guardians who lead people fleeing a neighboring country to safety, he decides to seek answers on his own. With a treasured compass, a mysterious stone rubbing, and Buelo's legend as his only guides, he sets out on a perilous quest to discover if he is true of heart and what the future holds. This story of struggle, hope, and the search for tomorrow has much to offer today about compassion and our shared humanity. It's a great adventure. Next up, we have Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky by Quaim Ballia. It's about 7th grader Tristan Strong. He feels anything but strong ever since he failed to save his best friend when they were in a bus accident together. All he has left of Eddie is the journal his friend wrote stories in. Tristan is dreading the month he's going to spend on his grandparents' farm in Alabama, where he's being sent to heal from the tragedy. But on his very first night there, a sticky creature shows up in his bedroom and steals Eddie's notebook. Tristan chases after it. Is it a doll? And a tug of war ensues between them beneath a bottle tree. In a last attempt to wrestle the journal out of the creature's hands, Tristan punches the tree, accidentally opening up a chasm into the mid-pass, a volatile place with a burning sea and haunted bone ships and iron monsters that are hunting the inhabitants of this world. Tristan finds himself in the middle of a battle that has left Black American folk heroes John Henry and Brer Rabbit exhausted. In order to get back home, Tristan and those new allies will need to entice the god Anansi, the weaver, to come out of hiding and seal the hole in the sky. But bartering with the trickster Anansi always comes at a price. Can Tristan save this world before he loses more of the things he loves? This is presented by best-selling author Rick Riordan. It's an epic fantasy set in a richly imaginated world populated with African-American folk heroes and West African gods. It's a great mythological adventure. This one is part of a series called Thunder Girls. It's about Norse mythology, and this one is called Idun and the Apples of Youth, and it's by Joan Holub and Suzanne Williams. They write the whole series. They're individuals, and you don't have to read them in any particular order. This one is about 12-year-old Idun, the goddess of youth, and her magical and deliciously sweet golden apples. That's what keep all of the Academy's gods and goddesses healthy and youthful. They grow year-round, even in the winter snow, in one very special grove in Asgard. But when the mischievous Loki ends up making a bet that jeopardizes Idun and her powerful apples, she must figure out a way to protect herself and her orchards from a giant who wants the apples all to himself. Can Idun save the apples and the gods and goddesses who rely on them from the 2 bad seeds at Asgard Academy? Next up is the Hutton Adventure by P.B. Curt. This is the first in a series about John and Philippa Gaunt. They're twins. And when they're 12, they discover themselves to be descended from a long line of jinn. That's D-J-I-N-N, also known as genies. All of a sudden, they have the power to grant wishes, travel to extraordinary places, and make people and objects disappear. Luckily, the twins are quickly introduced to their eccentric jinn uncle, Nimrod, who will teach them how to harness their newly found power, and not a moment too soon, since John and Philippa are about to embark on a search to locate a monstrous pharaoh named Akhenaten and his eerie tomb. This is part of the first book in the Children of the Lamp series. It's a really fun read. The characters are resourceful, fun, scared, brave, loving, and adventurous. And finally today, one of my personal favorites, The Serpent's Secret by Sayantani Das Gupta. Meet Kiran Malla, interdimensional demon slayer. Only she doesn't know it yet. On the morning of her 12th birthday, Kiran Malla is just a regular 6th grader living in Parsippany, New Jersey, until her parents mysteriously vanish and a drooling Rakhash demon slams through her kitchen, determined to eat her alive. Turns out there might be some truth to her parents' fantastical stories, like how Kiran Malla is a real Indian princess and how she comes from a secret place not of this world. To complicate matters, 2 crush-worthy princes ring her doorbell, insisting they've come to rescue her. Suddenly, Kiran is swept into another dimension, full of magic, winged horses, moving maps, and annoying talking birds. There, she must solve riddles and battle demons, all while avoiding the Serpent King of the underworld and the Rakhashi Queen in order to find her parents, and basically save New Jersey, her entire world, and everything beyond it. That is The Serpent Secret. This is book 1 in a 3-book series called Kiran Malla and the Kingdom Beyond, and all 3 books are out and available. So there you go, 6 fabulous, mythologically based folktale, fairy tale, not really fairy, folktale based novels. Something for everybody. And now I'm going to show you a really cool technique for painting. All you need is acrylic paints and some yarn. So now I'm going to show you how to do yarn painting. And all you need are some paints. Acrylics will work. Some yarn. You want it cut into strings. Someplace to put your paints. And you're going to want a separate paper plate or something for each color. And then something to paint on. You could do this on paper. You could do it on construction paper. I'm going to do it on a canvas board, but you could do it on anything that you want. So let me show you how it works. All right, so I've got my paints and my yarn. All you do is take a color. This one can get messy. So unlike me, who's dressed in white to paint, you should plan appropriately. So just take and put some paint on a plate. Okay. And then take your string. This is where it gets messy. And put it in the paint and run it right through so it's covered with paint. Okay. I've tried this a couple different ways. I haven't really found a way to make it not messy. Okay. Get your yarn all covered with paint. So there you go. And then you're going to take your yarn and lay it down on the paper with the end hanging on, or on your canvas with the end hanging off. Then you're going to take another piece of yarn and another color and do the same thing. That has purple in it, so we're going to take a clean one. Okay, we're going to do so here we have all of our yarn covered in paint and kind of just arranged randomly on our canvas with all the ends in one corner. And all you do is take the ends and pull them. And you can pull them in any direction, but you want to pull them carefully. And it leaves a beautiful abstract print. Now, if you wanted to, you could lay these back down and pull them in a different direction. Or you could lay other strings on it. Ooh, that's very pretty. I like how that came out. And there you have yarn art. So there you go. 6 great mythologically based adventure books. Something for everyone. And boy, if you like Rick Riordan and Percy Jackson, those are the books for you. Your secret code for the summer reading program, for the teen summer reading program, is HOPE, capital H-O-P-E, HOPE. And a great, simple craft that all you need is yarn and some paints. And when that dries, if you wanted to, you could use some clear coat to seal it. But you don't even have to do that. I hope you've enjoyed today's Middle Grade Monday. I'm Lorie. I'm the teen librarian at Manlius Library. And you can find me here every Monday at 4 o'clock on the Manlius Library YouTube channel. Have a great week. I'll see you next week for scary stories, spooky tales, haunted houses, everything creepy. Happy reading.